Hello everyone, my name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about To Aribert by Margaretta Faugeres. Now, before I run a summary analysis of this poem, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. So this poem by Margaretta Faugeres is a very interesting poem, very simple poem, really gets to the point here. First of all, it just tells us that the speaker here, the narrator here, tells us that, well, death is coming. And she can't wait when she leaves this earth, when her soul, her spirit leaves this planet. And, her soul goes into one direction and climbs to heaven, and her body rests on earth. She tells us that she can't wait to break out of these walls. And then it goes on to tell us that the physical form, the physical body that we have here, it's going to be laid to rest in the bosom of the earth. So that pretty much means it's going to be buried. And we're told that it's going to be buried by the seashore, all right? So the poem's very clear about that. It's going to be buried by the seashore. And it's a very calm poem that tells us about the site, the grave site of this narrator, where it's going to be buried, and the tree is going to be there. There's going to be birds and birds at night, and all creatures that comes to the tree that's above this grave site, and it's going to be a peaceful place. And it says, the narrator speaks about, maybe some people will come and remember me and read the lines upon the tombstone and read who I am and who rests here and remember me with a tear on the eye. And when somebody gets lost and they're on their way and they get lost and they stumble upon my grave, maybe they'll wipe the dust out of wipe the dust off of my tombstone and read the words that are written down about me and who I am. So this narrator here is speaking about death, about being buried, about how her gravesite, how her resting place will be treated. And she's thinking about her friends that truly, dearly love her, can come once in a while and shed a tear on her behalf. And if anybody ever asked that, to say that Ella, rests here. So it's a very kind of dark and gloomy kind of poem about dying. You're going to die, but at least in death, you think about people thinking well about you and people remembering you, and you do have this nice grave site with the birds and the trees and the seashore and the tranquilness and the peacefulness. I mean, if you have to think about death, I guess the earthly version of death, of having a corpse that lie near the shore with trees and birds and tranquility, is a nice way to think about your death. So the narrator says her spirit, her soul's going to go up to heaven, her body's going to be buried by the seashore, there's going to be birds, and also if a good friend could come by once in a while, cry a tear, and remember her name and tell other people that she rests here, it would be great. I mean, really, this poem really get to the meat and bones here, really tell us what's going on. In deeper meaning, it's like, will I be remembered? If I'm going to be remembered in death, if people are going to remember who I am, what I lived for, maybe they can come to my grave and think about me and remember who I am and how I lived, and remember that, well, I'm buried here, and not to be afraid, and just read my tombstone, read who I am, and know that I rest here. So, sweet and to the point, Margaretta Faugeres here. So that's the poem. Please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video.